Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Miami Dolphins. Taken at the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
Tannehill to throw on the first play. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Gould is good, and the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out, and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A handoff running left is Mostert. The 20. Down to the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Looking to pass. Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play, and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And the Dolphins are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. You talk about this Miami defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
2 now on 1st down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically, 2nd and 7. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Here's 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And this time he is in. Yes. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 27. That ties Priestholds for the 3rd most in a single year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And it's no good. He misses the PAT. So file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 20 carries, 124 yards.
And a rushing title is definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. As they've got it as we resume action. Oh, what a catch by Hopkins. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
And that is incomplete here.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Emmanuel Ogbah, his second sack of the night.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Big Raekwon Davis, the man fighting in for that sack.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the second time. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So that a potential lifeline offensively. It gets them out of harm's way deep in their own end.
You nailed that one perfectly because those are the kind of mistakes that give defensive coordinators fits. They make a good play, and they let them off the hook.
And that'll be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 3. Now Tua going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff as he'll drop to throw it. Oh, Hill, great grab. Call that a very strong gain of 24. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Yeah, that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. On 2nd down, Mostert. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. Again, it's Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. So we have a tie now atop the all-time single-season rushing touchdown list. LaDainian Tomlinson, you've just been joined by this man.
And they share similar traits in running the football. Excellent vision, cutting ability, determination, will. They understand where the end zone is and will not be deterred.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. That one goes for 8 yards. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. It's complete. Burks. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Tannehill. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he will have a Titans first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. This will go to Henry out wide. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Open man is Waddle, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Tua, the final shot before half. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed, indeed.
Sanders on for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little past there. Call it the 26. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And going deep for Hill, and this one is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from going up by 30. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Titans now just about ready to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll go for a gain of 7. And now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, Henry. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up second down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. On play action, here's Tua. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth-quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. 41 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. Back to the running game with Mostert. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Second down and 3. Now Tua on the bootleg here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On third down, here comes Mostert. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And quickly, they get to the line. On first down, they go with Mostert again. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Second and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Mostert trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Second and goal from the 1. They'll run with Mostert, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Tannehill. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. With this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Running the counter with Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Tua signaling to change things up. That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Here's Mostert, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Titans now. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. A partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Tannehill intercepted again. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. And that falls to the ground incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you can always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, They just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. On second down, Tua. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Sanders on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Miami, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL.
This player has a zone ability. This is a powerful ability that can be activated when the player...
Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida.
Are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the Jets offense ready to take over, and they do so behind the now 40-year-old quarterback. He hit that milestone back on December the 2nd. Here is Aaron Rodgers.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's a Florida native from up near Pensacola. It's Michael Carter. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. You talk about this Miami defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Another tote for Carter. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath to Carter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet 1st down. Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure at him, make him deliver the ball on time. It's when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket, and throws deep, that's when you're in big trouble.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On the handoff, Abanikanda. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal. But when you hold a team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100. And the one game you lose, you'll know who to blame.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Running left on the handoff, Carter. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Getting to the ball behind the line was Xavier Howard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second down, here's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Alan Lazard. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run here with Raheem
End zone.